today we'll be continuing with chapter 2 is matter around us pure of chemistry class 9. In the previous topic we discussed about what is matter, its chemical composition, like matter can be classified into pure substances and impure substances. For the pure one it can be again classified into elements and compounds, and for the impure ones we did mixtures. There are two kinds of mixtures, homogeneous and heterogeneous. So today we'll be studying about solutions. Solutions is quite a vast topic and we have ample number of things to discuss. Now to begin with, what is a solution? Solution is basically a mixture of two or more substances. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. A mixture of two or more substances is known as a solution. Now what are the examples of solution? Basic examples: lemonade, you can take the example of lemonade, soda water, air is a mixture of gases. Next, alloys are a very good example of solid solutions. Now you might be wondering that by solution you just get a picture of a liquid solution, but yes, alloys are known as solid solutions. Why? Now what are alloys? Alloys are basically mixture of two metals or a metal and a non-metal, which cannot be separated. They cannot be separated into its components. Like alloys once made cannot be separated by physical methods back into its components. Or we call it a mixture also because it shows the properties. These alloys, they show the properties of its constituents, and they cannot be separated. Their mixture is variable, like you can vary the mixture according to your own norms. For example, if I talk about brass is 30% zinc and 70% copper. So brass is an alloy of zinc and copper, and alloys are very good examples of solid solutions. Now next is, under solutions we did the definition of solution. Now I will be telling you about the components. What are the components of a solution? There are basically two components of a solution. One is solute, or I'll talk about solvent first. One is solvent. Now what is a solvent? It is that component of solution which dissolves the other component, जो दूसरे component को dissolve करता है, which dissolves the other component. Like if your mother makes a lemonade, she dissolves sugar in water. So water basically dissolves sugar in it. So water क्या हुआ? Solvent. Water is that component which dissolves the other component inside it, which dissolves the other component in it. Or I can say the component which is present in larger amount. Or the component which is present in larger amount is known as solvent. For example, water is a universal solvent. Most of the components are easily dissolvable in water. So water, I can say, is a universal solvent. Now next component is solute. which gets dissolved in the larger component is known as solute. The component which gets dissolved in the other component, or the component present in larger amounts, the component which gets dissolved in the other component is known as solute. I hope it's clear. Solvent and solute. I'll be giving you other examples also for discussion. For example, taking the example of lemonade, for example, I'll tell you solute here and solvent here, and this is the example I will be taking. So for suppose in case of lemonade, what is solute here? Solute is sugar and solvent is water, or I can say lemonade is an example of solid and liquid solution. Solid in liquid solution. Second is, if I talk about, let's talk about soda water. In case of soda water, this is carbon dioxide, CO2, which is a gas. It is dissolved in water. So this is an example of gas in liquid solution. And if I take the example of, you might have heard tincture of iodine. Tincture of iodine, I'll tell you the spellings. Tincture of iodine. This is iodine. Iodine is the solute and it is dissolved in alcohol. This usually comes in your multiple choice also or 1 mark also. What is tincture of iodine? You just need to mention iodine dissolved in alcohol is known as, the solution of iodine in alcohol is known as tincture of iodine. One more example I will give you, air. The various gases, it is dissolved within each other. So air is also a solution and it is gas in gas. It is gas in gas solution. So I hope the example is clear, what is solute and what is solvent. Now coming over to the other topic, next is types of solution. What are the types of solutions which we are having? Next I will be doing types of, I'll tell you types is, we have two types of solution, saturated solution in 9th class. For 9th class we have two kinds of solutions in our syllabus. First is saturated solution and the other one is unsaturated solution. So what is saturated? Types of solutions. Now first is, let's take, this is my beaker. I take 100 grams of water. I take 100 grams of water. Temperature is fixed 20 degrees Celsius. Right? Temperature is fixed. 100 grams of water I take in beaker. I dissolve or I put 1 spoon of salt, NaCl. 1 spoon of salt in it. I just put it in the water. I stir it out very efficiently, and what do I see is it completely gets dissolved in water. Now it is a solution of salt in water. I again add 1 spoon of NaCl in this water only. It again gets dissolved. I will continue the process till no more NaCl gets dissolved and I can see it depositing here. Like sodium chloride, if I see it depositing here, this means no more amount of solute can be dissolved in it. So this particular solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature, that solution is known as saturated solution. So what is saturated solution? The solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at that particular temperature. That solution is known as saturated solution. So I told you about saturated solution. Saturated solution. The solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature is known as saturated solution. Like I told you about this activity, when I keep on dissolving sodium chloride in this 100 gram of water, let me tell you 100 gram, what do I mean by 100 gram? See, 1 liter is equal to 1000 grams, and if I talk about 100 grams, that means it is 0.1 liter. Okay. Either you will take in liters or you will take in grams. I have considered 100 grams. 100 grams is my solvent here, that is water. My solute is sodium chloride. I keep on adding the solute. A point comes when no more solute can be dissolved at that particular temperature. This is very important. If you're not writing at a given temperature, it's not correct. The solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature is known as saturated solution. Now, from here, I want to I want to introduce one more term which is known as solubility. What is solubility? जिसको आप solubility कहते हैं. What is solubility? It is the amount of solute dissolved in the saturated solution. The amount of solute dissolved in this saturated solution is known as solubility of the salt. So if I tell you like you might be wondering, ma'am, what is the solubility of sodium chloride in 100 grams of solvent at 20 degrees Celsius? It is basically 36 gram. The solubility of sodium chloride at 100 grams is 36 grams. So my solubility of the solute is 36 gram per 100 gram of water. Matlab after 36 gram, if I try to add more sodium chloride in my 100 gram of water at 20 degrees Celsius, I will not be able to. So this is the solubility. The amount of solute dissolved in a saturated solution is known as solubility of the solute. Now next is unsaturated solution. अब जब आप इसको डिसॉल्व कर पा रहे थे तो वो वाला सोल्यूशन होता है अनसैचुरेटेड. The solution which can which can dissolve, which can still dissolve, or which is capable of dissolving solute, which can still dissolve or capable of dissolving, or capable of dissolving the solution, which can still dissolve or capable of dissolving solute without heating or a given temperature, without heating, is known as unsaturated solution. जिसमें अभी स्कोप है और सोल्यूट डिसॉल्व होने का, दैट इज योर लाइक 36 ग्राम से पहले अगर सोडियम क्लोराइड में अगर डिसॉल्व कर रही हो तो वो सोल्यूशन इजीली उसको एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है, लाइक वी आर एबल टू मिक्स, वी आर एबल टू डिसॉल्व, तो वो वाला सोल्यूशन is known as unsaturated solution, is known as this is known as unsaturated solution. So I have told you about saturated solution, solubility and unsaturated. We'll be discussing the solubility again. We have the factors which affect the solubility, so we'll be discussing it again. Basically I wanted you to tell about saturated solution and unsaturated solution. What is saturated solution? The solution in which no more amount of solute can be dissolved at a given temperature is known as a saturated solution. And unsaturated, if there is scope of some solute to be dissolved without heating, क्योंकि heating से I'll tell you afterwards, because heating से a saturated solution can become unsaturated, तो heating से scope बढ़ जाता है solubility का. So आपको हीट नहीं करना है, एट अ पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पे अगर कोई सोल्यूशन डिसॉल्व कर सकता है और अमाउंट ऑफ सोल्यूट, दैट इज नोन एज अनसैचुरेटेड सोल्यूशन. नाउ कमिंग ओवर टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, द फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द सॉल्युबिलिटी. फैक्टर्स, we'll be discussing 4 factors. Factors affecting the solubility of a solution. So my first basic factor is solute. मतलब आपका solute है कैसा? It highly depends upon the solute. I'll tell you, if I take a common solvent like universal solvent, I told you water, मैं common solvent लूँगी, 100 grams लूँगी, but the solubility of different solute is different. This is because there are actually जो solute होता है उसके कई factors होते हैं, like size of cation, size of anion, कितना dissociate हो सकता है. There are many things like you'll be studying in the higher classes. Suppose I take 3 beakers. Solvent is same. I have taken 100 gram of water in each. 100 gram of water. I have again 100 gram of water. Again 100 gram of water. So I take your solvent here is water and solute is, जिसका हम factor discuss कर रहे हैं, the solute, suppose I take sodium chloride in this, I take sugar in this, and I take NaOH in this, in 100 gram of water. The solute is different. So what I will observe is, once you start making the saturated solution, once you start dissolving these solutes in the solvent, what you will observe is that the rate at which, or the amount of solute which gets dissolved in 100 gram of the same solvent, the amount of solute, the maximum amount of solute which gets dissolved in this amount of solvent is different for different solutes. Like for sodium chloride, I told you already, 36 gram is the solubility of, this is the maximum amount of sodium chloride which we can dissolve in 100 gram of water. For sugar, it is 204 gram. Quite high. And for sodium hydroxide, it is only 10 gram. So we have, for it highly depends, the solubility depends upon solute also. Like different solutes have different solubility. If I take, and this is at a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. I have kept the temperature also constant. I have taken a constant solvent also, and you can see the rate or the amount of solute, which the highest amount of solute which can be dissolved in the same solvent is quite different. So the first factor is solute. It depends upon the solute also. As there are many factors, force of attraction, like इसको मैंने अगर water में dissolve किया sodium chloride, so कितनी force of attraction है इन दोनों के बीच में, how will they dissociate, फिर size of cation, anion, there are many factors जिससे कि ये dissolve होते हैं एक particular solvent के अंदर. फिर आपको ये भी consider करना होता है जो ये solvent है, it is polar or non-polar. So this you will study in the higher classes. Second is my solvent. Second factor is my solvent. Like in chemistry, we follow the general rule like dissolves like. Like dissolves like. For example, if your solvent is polar, like water, it will dissolve the polar molecules. It will readily dissolve the polar molecules like sodium chloride, since it is also a polar molecule. But if your solvent is non-polar, like gasoline, it will dissolve a molecule of its own kind like wax. Wax is my solute over here. So since gasoline is non-polar and wax, like if you might have seen, अब ये polar है water, इसमें sodium chloride is readily dissolvable, like dissolves like. But अगर मैं water के अंदर oil mix करती हूँ, it does not mix, it rather forms a suspension. Mix ही नहीं होता है, it forms different layers. So oil in this case is non-polar. So like dissolves like, it depends upon the solvent also. The solubility depends upon the solvent also कि solvent कैसा है. अगर आपका solvent polar है तो it will readily dissolve the polar molecules. And if your solvent is non-polar, it will dissolve molecules of its own kind. Other solvents are your benzene, tetrachloroethylene is one more example of solvent. Terpentine is one more. Turpentine, sorry, is one more example of solvent. So there are many solvents, but basically water is the universal solvent as it dissolves many components, many solute particles in it. Right? So I have done the factors. Two factors we have done to our left. First factor is solute. The solubility of the solution depends upon the solute also. Different solutes have different solubilities at same temperature. Temperature I have taken 20 degrees Celsius. Similarly for solvent, second is your solvent, like dissolves like. It highly depends upon the solvent. Solvent के ऊपर depend करेगा कि वो किस तरह के solute को dissolve कर सकता है, right? And next is quite important is temperature. Temperature कैसे affect करता है solubility को? We'll see it. How does temperature affect the solubility? How does temperature? My third point is temperature. Now suppose I have a saturated solution. ये saturated है. I'll draw water molecules to show you. I have a saturated solution of sodium chloride in water. That means 36 gram in 100 grams of water. These are my water molecules. This is my saturated solution. Now what happens? Saturated solution. This I have taken 100 gram of water and sodium chloride is the solute. Now what happens when I try to heat it? Heating के बाद क्या होगा? This saturated solution, what happens to the water molecules? आपने heat supply करी, ये जो molecules हैं, they gain kinetic energy. अब kinetic energy से क्या होगा? When they are having high kinetic energy, they try to move here and there. They try to move apart from each other. एक दूसरे से दूर हो जाते हैं. Creating interparticle distances more. They have created space or more room for solute particles. Like पहले जब मेरा saturated solution था, I could not dissolve any more solute particle. मैं और sodium chloride add नहीं कर सकती थी because it was saturated. अब मैंने उसको heat किया. Heat करने से क्या हुआ? Particles have gained kinetic energy. They want to vibrate from their mean position. अपनी mean position से vibrate करते हैं, एक दूसरे से दूर हो जाते हैं. Creating more interparticle distance between them. Particles में distance काफी आ गया. अब now what happens is they have created space or they have created room for more solute particles. तो अब और solute particles I can dissolve in this. Hence, what can I say? That my solution has become unsaturated now. So by increasing the temperature, by increasing the temperature, the solubility also increases. Increase in temperature, when you increase in temperature, your solubility increases. Solubility increases. Fine. This was a case of solid in liquid. Solid in liquid solution. Solid था मेरा NaCl, liquid था मेरा water. This is an example of solid in liquid solution. With increase in temperature, the solubility increases. Now what happens? This is my first case. Now what happens if I take gas in liquid solution? Gas in liquid is your aerated water or your soda water. Soda water. अब soda water कैसे बनता है? What is the solute? Carbon dioxide is the solute. It is dissolved in water, which is the solvent. What happens now when I increase the temperature? You just imagine what happens when we increase the temperature. When we increase the temperature, this gas escapes. When we just increase the temperature, the gas escapes very rapidly, hence decreasing the solubility. अब इसमें से अगर गैस ही निकल गई सारी, तो solubility decreases. So with increase in temperature, in case of gas in liquid, solubility decreases. There is no gas just escapes very rapidly. अब gas ही नहीं होगी, सिर्फ liquid होगा, so solubility कहाँ से आएगी? So solubility decreases. Now this was effect of temperature. I'll just repeat it quickly. Effect of temperature, we will be discussing the two cases. First is solid and liquid, like sodium chloride. अगर मैंने water के अंदर लिया, what happens if I try to heat it? जब मैं इसको heat करूँगी, there will be a huge interparticle distance. उससे क्या होगा? There is a space is created for the solute particles to get inside into these spaces and get dissolved. अब solute में और dissolve कर सकती हूँ. That means my saturated solution has now become unsaturated solution. Now this is my unsaturated solution. I can dissolve more solute. So by increasing in temperature, my solubility increases. वैसे भी अगर आप देखो, when your mother makes tea, what does she do is she just put sugar in the boiling water. Normal water में नहीं डालते because it becomes difficult to dissolve. अब बॉइलिंग वाटर, टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा है तो सॉल्युबिलिटी भी बढ़ जाएगी, इजीली डिजोल्व हो जाएगा. Whereas it's the opposite in case of gas in liquid. For soda water, if you increase the temperature, the gas will escape and the solubility of the gas decreases. The gas just escapes quickly. Now next last is our pressure. Fourth factor जिसके ऊपर solubility depend करती है, that is pressure. My fourth factor is pressure. Now pressure does not have any effect in case of solid liquid solution like sodium chloride in water, solid solute, liquid solvent. Pressure does not have any effect, no effect on the solubility. But in case of gas in liquid, pressure shows its effect. For example, you might have seen your soda bottles. Now the gas is in compressed form, कैप अच्छे से tightly packed होती है, gas is in compressed form. What happens is, if you see in that case, we follow the rule internal pressure is equal to external pressure. इसलिए आप उसको tightly बंद करते हैं कैप को. Now what happens is, when you just loosen the cap, तो फिज निकलती है, that is your carbon dioxide, जो फिज बाहर निकलती है. What happens is, as soon as you loosen the cap, the pressure gets decreased. अब pressure decrease हो गया, external pressure आपने कम कर दिया उसके ऊपर, तो internal pressure भी कम होगा. इससे क्या होगा, the gas will automatically ooze out. तभी वो एकदम से bubbles बाहर निकलते हैं to just balance the pressure. Or I can say there is one more law you will be studying in your +1 or higher classes, Henry's law. This is not given in NCERT also. What is Henry's law? Henry's law states that pressure on the surface of the liquid, is directly proportional to its solubility. Directly proportional. So if you increase the pressure, solubility increases. Solubility, with increase in pressure solubility increases, with decrease in pressure solubility decreases. जब आपने कैप ओपन करी तो आपने प्रेशर डिक्रीज कर दिया, तो इससे सॉल्युबिलिटी भी डिक्रीज होगी. इसीलिए कुछ गैस के वो जो पार्टिकल्स हैं वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के फॉर्म में, बबल्स की फॉर्म में बाहर ऊज आउट होते हैं. तो सॉल्युबिलिटी डिक्रीजेस एज यू डिक्रीज द प्रेशर. आई होप इट इज क्लियर. Pressure does not have any effect if the solution is solid in liquid solution, but it does have effect in case of gas in liquid. As internal pressure is equal to external pressure, we follow this. When we reduce the pressure, the solubility also decreases. Or by Henry's law, pressure on the surface of liquid is directly proportional to its solubility. Or you can say increase in pressure is, when you increase the pressure, solubility also increases. For today, what we have done is, we did the definition of solutions. फिर आपने components करे solutions के, solute and solvent. Then we did types of solution, saturated and unsaturated. Next, what we did was, we did solubility, the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a saturated solution, that is solubility. Next, we did factors. We did 4 factors. First was solute. Different solutes have different solubilities if I take the same solvent also, right? Next is your solvent. Solvent follow the rule like dissolves like. It depends upon the solvent also कि वो किस तरह का solute को dissolve करेगा. Polar solvent होगा तो polar solute को welcome होगा, और अगर if it is non-polar तो it will readily dissolve the non-polar solvent. We have many other solvents also apart from water, but water is a universal solvent. We have benzene with us, and turpentine is also one more solvent. Next is we discussed about the factors. अब उसमें solute solvent we have done. Next was temperature. जितना ज़्यादा आप temperature बढ़ाते जाओगे उसकी solubility increase होती जाएगी. Saturated becomes unsaturated. Next was, but in case of gases it's the opposite. अगर आप temperature increase करोगे solubility में decrease. For in pressure, solid and liquid solution will have no effect, whereas for the gas and liquid we have, if we increase the pressure the solubility increases, if we decrease the pressure the solubility decreases. It is in accordance with Henry's law. I hope it is quite enough for today. In the next class I wanted to cover the concentration of the solution, and let's do it in the other class. I hope the session is quite clear. Still, if you have doubts, just ask me in the comment section or during the query session. Thank you. Have a great day.